This is actually going to be a double video today, too, and they'll be uploaded separately. This is White Lightning 777. I'm tired of these woke tard anti-gunners saying, well, I don't know anybody whose life was saved by an assault rifle or an AK. Well, guess what, dummies? You do now. In 1996, in my apartment in Central Maryland, I had gotten an AK, an SA-93. It was one of the assault weapon banned ones. It had the functional part of the gun was different, but it had the thumb hole stock, and I everything else didn't have the pistol grip or bayonet, but the gun part was fine. It still looked pretty scary, and I'd put like a Dragunov style, what was advertised as the stock on there to make it look badass, and it does. Um, the case that I had ordered for it hadn't shown up in the mail. I was getting out of the shower and I hear this buzzing noise at my back door, and this is a row house, so you have your bathroom, the bedroom, the back door to the kitchen, and then the main TV room, and then the front door in the hallway. So in other words, this door swings open and a guy with gloves on, dressed like a cat burglar in a mask, walked in. And I had stepped out of the shower. The shower was still running because the soap was just to have the soap and shampoo go down the drain. So the person may not have realized I was going to get out of the shower. Well, I never loaded that gun faster before or since. Anyway, after telling the jerk to freeze, I noted that a discoloration consistent with liquid was appearing below the belt line and expanding rapidly. Anyway, I told that son of a bitch, I lied to him. I said, your mask sucks. I could still see your face. You're banned from the state of Maryland. You got 24 hours to leave the state. And if you don't, I'll shoot you. Even when I'm naked, I have a gun. I don't care if you're walking your grandma across the street. I'll blow you away if I catch you in this state again. Get the hell out and don't ever come back. Never had any further problems. I thought about calling the cops, but yeah, guy was wearing gloves. He was wearing the foot cover, so there's no evidence. There's no reason to call him. There's nothing to prosecute. There's no proof beyond reasonable doubt. And yes, an SA-93 is an AK. It's made by Arsenal of Bulgaria. It has a milled receiver. I might even put a picture of it in the intro or, the outro of this. The fact remains, you do now know somebody whose life was saved by an AK-47, just like 2 million other Americans every year. Their lives are saved by guns. And last I heard, 2 million's a bigger number than 19. Yeah, I did go to public school. My math might be a little off, but, the guns are just like the vaccines. Do the vaccines kill people? Yes. Do, guns, kill people? Yes. But in both cases, at least, prior Omicron, they save more lives than they take. The net is the lives saved. It's not, you can't focus on any one or cluster of fatalities. It's the big picture. How many lives are saved? And then you have to look at, who takes lives? Over the past 200 years, most homicide victims aren't killed by active shooters. Okay? They're murdered by their own government. That's the way it is. I mean, the numbers confirm that. You look at communism, you look at fascism, you look at theocracies, and that's the source of your fatalities. And sure, handguns good for self-defense, but if somebody's running after you with a tank, you might need a rifle. And in terms of the actual crime numbers, it's not the so-called semi-automatic rifles that are the problem. The least likely used gun in a crime today are machine guns or NFAs. The second least likely are rifles of any kind. Okay? Shotguns are the second most likely gun to be used in a crime. Just your regular 12 gauge, single shot, pump action, 18, cash and carry and go from a store. And of course, and handguns, for whatever reason, are the most commonly used, the least powerful, but there may be some, it's kind of strange. They're portable, but why would the least powerful gun be used most? Well, in a perverse way, that's kind of a good thing. Your chances of survival go up a little bit, I guess. But, I mean, you have to look at the statistics. Remember, feelings aren't facts, so they're wrong. That's the way it is. And only ignorant savages, jump around like chimps and bonobos and react to something that they just see. If you're not capable of turning off your emotions, and you're not capable of basic mathematical thought, you're not qualified to discuss guns. In fact, if you don't realize that 2 million's bigger than, say, the 19 kids there, in fact, if you can't even count, you shouldn't even own a gun. Frankly, you have the right to get one, but my advice as a security professional would be no. It's the numbers, not the appearance. Anyway, yes, my life was saved by an AK, and if you get one, it may save your life. Chances are you'll never have to use it. And like 90% of other incidents where a gun saves a life, you simply display the gun without firing a shot. So no shots were fired, which again is typical. And the stupid thing is, these woke-tards will say like, well, you didn't shoot him, and you didn't hit him, so you didn't really use the gun. And this is another stupid leftoid fact check thing they'll have. Well, if you had the gun and you didn't shoot it, that doesn't mean you didn't use it. It means you used it better. And this, obviously, of course, the scarier a gun looks, the more weird and bizarre and doodads and whatever, the less likely it is to use. Hell, if that thing had like bat wings and alien tentacles sticking out of it in addition to having scopes, that'd be even better. The bayonets and pistol grips and all the stuff they don't want to ban, good. Why would you want to ban a bayonet? In terms of public safety, if you're defending yourself and you can use the bayonet in somebody instead of shooting them, if the circumstances that you're in dictate that, good. Shooting was the last thing you want to do. Why do they want to ban bayonets? And in terms of recovery from the injury, a bayonet injury is easier to cheat, and a bayonet isn't going to go through a wall or ricochet or whatever, although those scenarios are very rare. In self-defense cases, very seldom does that occur. If a person fires in self-defense, you may have property damage, but very seldom are third parties hit. Guns shoot what you aim at. Guns are visual. You look at the target, you line the sights up, pull the trigger, or you point shoot or whatever. But they're visual. Even if you're just shooting from the hip with a gun you know very well and you know where it's going to go, you're still using your eyes. So if you ever are caught with one of these maniacs shooting at you, shut off the lights. You can't shoot what you can't see. Anyway, this is White Lightning 777 signing out.